Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode on Futuresque 360. My name is Omar Radawi, and on this video series, we're going to tackle a number of subjects on how you can grow your skills and your command in the practices of UX research, UX design, and product design. And if you don't know what UX term stands for, it's user experience, and we're going to talk a lot about this on this channel. On our menu today is an interesting subject, and that is how you can deal with complexity and uncertainty in UX research and design. This video is a bit of a jigsaw puzzle in the sense that the various pieces of this puzzle will fit together nicely towards the end. So make sure you stick to the end of this video if you'd like to reap the most benefits. In my previous video, I talked about how you can start embracing the art of giving epic presentations by sharing 3 tips, and storytelling being one of those tips. And so hopefully in this video, you'll get more than a glimpse of a story as an illustration. Now here it comes. Has your user experience project ever grown increasingly complex, making you feel bogged down, feeling as if you're commanding a mega ship through uncharted waters? More questions and answers, crossroads lying ahead amid a vast landscape and loads of variables to consider. The reality of the UX research and design practice is that it is both an art and a science, and the journey that comes with it can sometimes be challenging to navigate. Hence, the thesis of this video: you need to embrace uncertainty. Don't fight uncertainty. Develop your aptitude to lead with empathy. You see, empathy and uncertainty will be our keywords from here on out. You see, the UX abbreviation encompasses the term experience, which subsumes others' lived experiences, hence the broader association with the topic of life. So how do you navigate uncertainty and complexity as a UX researcher and designer? Well, here's a clue. Look back on your life trajectory to gain perspective and find inspiration. Now, let's have some fun together. Let's indulge in a little thought experiment for a moment and buckle up. We're in for an interesting ride. Imagine this. You've hired a balanced judge and tasked them with rating how successful you are in attaining what you want out of life. On a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 means utter failure and 10 is the climax of success on that scale, the judge punches multiple scores on various metrics and feelings. For example, the judge looks at your happiness level. Are you unhappy versus happy? Are you uninspired versus inspired? Are you also feeling lonely versus connected? Are you feeling a member of a community? Are you feeling insignificant versus fulfilled? Are you debt-ridden? Are you financially free? And so many other metrics. With access to loads of data, this judge now looks ahead at your past 20 years. They pull consecutive monthly snapshots and make accurate readings on those predefined success metrics. Now, the judge, having collected the data, goes ahead and maps all of those data points on a multi-axis chart reflecting your life states as a function of time, with one question in mind, and that is, how did you fare over the past 20 years? The judge then hangs this dot plot in front of your eyes, remains quiet for a moment, and then says, "So, what do you reckon?" At first glance, what you see is your life mapped on a graph. It looks disorderly, chaotic, and nonsensical, doesn't it? Abrupt shifts followed by prolonged periods of stability, fluctuations, periods of high momentum, low momentum, gyrations between peaks and troughs, just like your stock portfolio, chopping sideways and then rallying after a long period of despair. Next, you zoom your view out a bit and it dawns on you that your life resembles a journey, a delicate dance between the polarities of the good and the not so good. You've essentially zigzagged your way to where you are now. You recall your memories, your past experiences, and life's defining moments, and bang, it makes perfect sense how you've arrived here. The analogy of life with the UX development journey is quite revealing. Both can feel serendipitous and tumultuous at times. You have to embrace uncertainty and chaos and use them to your advantage. Remember, innovation and invention are fundamental components to a fruitful UX design journey. They indicate that you need to be willing to experiment without advanced knowledge of the outcomes of your experiment. Having an open mind and the willingness to pivot and course correct as you progress forward is essential. Take this in, learn it, and don't allow your personal biases to block your ability to absorb information. And this is where our second element to success comes, and that is you might want to lead with empathy and perspective. Our hypothetical life on a graph experiment taught us that things make perfect sense looking backwards. The celebrated Steve Jobs is reputed for saying, you can't connect the dots looking forward, you can connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will connect somehow. Another critical lesson our thought experiment taught us is that where we were in the past is not where we are today. We've covered much trajectory, we've evolved over time, as did our circumstances. Henceforth, as you design experiences, remember that your end users may be at different phases of their lives than yours. They approach a product with their own circumstances, needs, lived experiences, and the personal values with which they interpret and view the world. As a UX designer, you have to capture your user perspectives. Put them on your dot chart. Imagine other possible and even unlikely circumstances and build a product anchored in and informed by these perspectives. Lather, rinse, repeat. With each iteration, augment your purview and build better. That is my provisional take on UX design, and don't be surprised if I tweaked it in a month's time. I hope that you found this video enjoyable, fun, and insightful. And if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like my videos, feel free to share as well. Your support will mean a lot to me and will help me grow this channel and bring new audience as well. So I'm looking forward to your support for now. Thanks so much, and I hope to see you around.